Hi everyone, my name is Nona Gabby and I'm here to cook something amazing with you. This is one of my favorite recipes to make and I make it so many times during the week when I come home late and I'm tired and there's not that much left in the house, so I throw this together and it's always delicious and it's always satisfying, so I'm very excited to share with you. So, what are we making today? We are making a soba noodle stir fry. So what does that mean? That's basically soba noodles with stir fry vegetables, and you crack an egg into it and make it kind of like a pad thai. So this is what we're gonna make, and I'm so excited. Okay, so what you're gonna need is a sharp knife, cutting board, some veggies. So the veggies I have for myself today are a carrot, one tiny head of broccoli, and some shiitake mushrooms. I'm going to be preparing a serving for one right now, and then we'll go from there. So you'll be able to scale this up, and the recipe you have will be a full recipe. So I have here Organic Planet soba noodles, and these have about 3 servings. So it's really nice because they serve them out, they portion them out individually. So you have 1, 2, 3. So I'm just going to make one of these, and you feel free to make however many you want for you and for your family. But I'm going to show you a quick one serving, and then you'll be able to scale it up when you get the gist of it. The first thing I'm going to do now is turn on my water to boil. And while that's going, we'll get all the veggies prepped. Because once the soba noodles cook, it's pretty fast. And I'm just going to prep this by opening. I didn't bring my scissors, so doing it the more dangerous way with the knife. And I'm just going to have it open so that when this boils, we'll be ready. Okay, great. Leave that over there. And I'm going to just get all the veggies chopped. So I have a carrot, and I'm going to chop it up kind of small into little cubes, and you can do sticks or like little matchsticks, whatever you feel. I am feeling today. So what I usually do is I cut my carrot in half, and then the fatter bit I'll cut into 3. Once I cut it in half lengthwise, and then I'll chop from there. And then the smaller half of the carrot I'll cut in half lengthwise, and then slice down the middle into 2. Great. So this is a very veggie heavy dish. If you'd like to incorporate some protein into it, you totally can. It's very versatile. So I actually have with me today some I had a rotisserie chicken the other day for dinner, and I have some left over, so I just pulled some pieces of the chicken off and shredded it into a bowl. So I have that, and that's going to go in with my pad thai. You could do soba stir fry, or you can also have pieces of skirt steak. So you want it pre-cooked, because when you cook it with all the noodles and everything, it's going to be it's going to be really quick to cook. So what I'm going to do now, I have some chives here, and I would normally use scallions, but I had chives that were in the fridge, so I'm going to use those instead because they're on their last life, and I want to get to use them. So this recipe, again, I'm going to say it, is very versatile. So if you don't like carrots, don't use carrots. You can use something else. You can use daikon radish, would be amazing in this. I don't have any daikon radish. You could use regular pink radishes. You could use celery. You could use whatever vegetable you want. And when I say whatever vegetable you want, I mean whatever vegetable you want, because this food is going in your belly, so you get to make the decision about what veggies you like. So I'm just going to chop these up. And I actually really like chives because they're so delicate and give a nice oniony taste, but it's very mild. Oh, and another thing, ginger would be really great in this, but I don't have ginger right now. So I'm not going to use this stock in this recipe. I'm just going to use the florets and cut them up relatively small because I want everything to cook evenly. So you see how my carrots are small. I'm cutting my broccoli up small-ish, and then we're almost done with the vegetable chopping, which means we're almost ready for soba noodling. Oh, I forgot some things. And then I have my shiitake mushrooms. So I have a few shiitake mushrooms, about 6. And what I'm going to do is take off the stem because it's kind of hard to eat them. You can cook them. They're actually really great to make broth with, so I might save them and have with my chicken carcass and make some chicken broth because the stems make for really good flavor in that. And I'm just slicing them lengthwise, slicing them thinly. So we have an amazing vegetable selection here. And last one. There we go. All right, awesome. Okay, so just in time because my water is boiling. And what I'm going to do is add a little bit of salt. That will make the water hotter and also will prevent the soba noodles from sticking to each other so much. So my soba noodles, I believe the package says 4 minutes. So we are going to wait about 4 minutes to cook these. So see, I have my one serving, and they're just going to go straight in. And if any is sticking out, you can gently just toss them together and perfect. See, now they're all in. Give it a nice stir. Let them hang out there for a bit. Now, I just have one more thing that I need to get is my egg because that's what we're going to need for the stir fry. So while that's going, I'm just going to go quickly grab my egg. If you need anything, go ahead and grab that. Make sure you have everything you need. Oh, and then also I have some sesame oil and some tamari with me, and salt and red pepper flakes. So a trick for see how this is going to overflow, so I'm going to lower it a little. Whoa, 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 whoa. But also, if you put a wooden spoon in it, I learned this from chemistry lab when we were conducting experiments, just put a wooden spoon in it. Sometimes they say leave it on top. The top doesn't really help. When it's inside, it helps much better to reduce the overflowing. Okay, so going to grab my egg. You grab everything you need, and be back here in a sec. So we are almost ready. Let's see how these soba noodles are doing. And you just want to cook them according to your cooking package instructions because some noodles are different, like they might have a different blend. Some might be totally buckwheat, some might be a blend of buckwheat and like regular wheat. So you just want to see. So I'm going to taste this. I know this is still al dente, but I'm going to turn it off because we're going to keep cooking it in the pan. So I'm going to turn it off and let it hang out in the water for a second. Soften for a bit. And then what I'll do is actually what I'm going to do first is I'm going to drizzle a little bit of sesame oil into my mixing bowl so that the soba noodles don't stick to each other, and then I'll drizzle a little bit more on top. Okay? This is a good trick. And then I like to reduce the use of a strainer. I just do this. And then some of the soba water also helps prevent sticking. Oops. Lost a bunch of the soba noodles. Gotta make sure you have a good grip on these guys. They're slippery. Okay, and then I think I have some more hanging out in there. Just a few. stragglers. Last call. Okay, so here we have all of the soba noodles. And I'm just going to give them a little toss in the sesame oil just while we get our other veggies sauteed so that they don't stick to each other too much. I'll just set them aside to cool. We're going to switch these pots. I'm going to heat a little bit of coconut oil. The first thing I'm going to add to this pan is the mushrooms. So just a little dollop of coconut oil. It's very hot in New York City, so my coconut oil is liquefied, completely liquefied, but normally it is solid at room temperature. But room temperature is proving to be much hotter today. So I'm just going to toss these mushrooms in and just sprinkle with a bit of salt. And we'll want to get them nice and brown, which shouldn't take too long, about 5 minutes. Especially with this burner, because this burner is hot, hot, hot. Might not need a little more coconut oil. I'll let it heat a little bit. This burner is hot. Great. So we're basically, I know we're not actually done with this meal, but we basically are done because it just, once you cook the noodles, once you chop the veggies, this is all just like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. So my mushrooms are browning very nicely. Give them about another minute or so because we don't want them to be totally charred. Just get a nice sear on them. And then we're going to add scallions. So these aren't scallions, sorry, these are chives, but they're in the way. So I'm just going to add my carrots and my broccoli next. Scoop it up. And if you feel like you need a little bit more coconut oil, go ahead and add some. I think I might, I don't know why this heat is just so hot. Add a tiny bit more. If you have a wok, my pan, I'm realizing might be a little too small, but this is one of my favorite pans, so I'm just going with it. All right, and then we're just gonna wait till the broccoli gets to be another teeny bit of salt, a little drizzle of sesame oil. And don't worry, I'll give you exact measurements for everything, but the point of you following along with this is just to see how I'm working, and then you can model after me, and that way you don't have to be like, oh, let me get Nona Gabby's recipe for soba noodle stir fry and follow it exactly step by step. Because you don't have to follow it exactly step by step. And this is one of those things you can make on the fly, in a dash, you know, whatever day of the week. Great. All right, so it looks like the broccoli is almost there. And then we'll have time to add our egg and our noodles. So my chicken, I'm gonna add it at the end when I add the noodles because I don't want it to get too overcooked. Sometimes chicken can get rubbery after it's been cooked once. Okay, this is really heating up. I'm gonna add a little bit more coconut oil because my flame is out of control. Alright, now it's finally coming down. Alright, great. broccoli. I think the carrots are mostly done. We'll just let them hang out and steam for like one more second. And then we'll pour the noodles on. So what I like to do right before I pour the noodles on is a little splash of tamari or soy sauce, whatever you have. Just a teeny bit to flavor the veggies, so they get infused with the tamari. And then we'll do a second round of a splash. Oops, I have a carrot loose with the noodles. Close. So now I'm going to add the noodles. And this is sometimes where it can get messy because I can see that they've already started to stick to each other. So we want to add a little bit more sesame oil on top. There we go. And then this is where the egg comes in, the fun part. So this is like super fast. So then, okay, I have my extra large eggs. I'm gonna grab an egg, crack it in, and then we're just gonna scramble it in with the noodles. So if you have tongs, this might be where you want to use them because it's easier sometimes. And then you see the egg will start sticking a bit to the bottom. But I'm just working it around so that it gets cooked. You can lower your heat here. One of my favorite dishes. And then we're going to add some more tamari on top. Just a bit. And what are these called? Chives. But you'll probably have scallions, or if you're more of a chive person, add those in, and then we'll cook the flavor. No, this is off now. See, it's either, this burner is either off, totally off, or totally on. There's no happy medium. All right, so we just have a few more minutes with this. Oops. All right, I think now that my egg is mostly cooked, I'm going to switch to the tongs because I'm making a mess. And now I'm going to add my chicken so that it gets warmed. So this is the phase where you add the chicken. So you don't really need to add extra protein because you have the egg, and if you're cooking for more than one person, you'll have more than one egg probably. And just keep tossing it together so that it's all mixed up. And my final garnish, or spice I should say, will be my favorite thing, which is, I don't know if you can guess it, but it's going to be red pepper flakes. So I'm just going to add a dash of red pepper flakes for some heat. Oops. There we go. Might be a little too much heat. And then give it a final stir. Looks like the egg, you'll know the egg is cooked when it's like looks creamy and pieces of egg. And you don't need to go crazy with how cooked it is, because unless you have an egg allergy, in which case don't use eggs. So I'm going to turn this heat off and serve it up. So I have my bowl right here. Whoops. And then I'm just going to pour the noodles in, all the veggies and all the good stuff. And then we'll have, make sure to get everything that's sticking to the bottom. And then, whoops, we'll have a lovely noodle dish to eat for lunch, for dinner. You could have this for breakfast too if you want. I don't know about the flavors for breakfast, but This is like plenty of food for one person. This can even be for 2 people. So this is like so fast, so easy, so simple. You can make this with whatever you have in your fridge. So just get inspired, pick like 2-3 vegetables and maybe an onion, maybe garlic. If you have ginger, that would be great too. You would saute it in the beginning. If you have any old protein, leftover protein, you can toss that in as well. Soba noodle, egg, sesame oil, tamari, some red chili flakes, home run. And another great thing to garnish this with is some sesame seeds. Also could be great with some cold avocado or cold cucumber. So I'm so excited to dig into this and hear what you have to say. And please, if you are making these recipes, post them and you can tag me at the Nona Gabby and hashtag the Nona Gabby. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram. I'm the Nona Gabby on both. And you can check out my website at nonagabby.com for blog posts, more recipes, and other exciting stuff. So I'm so glad I got to be here with you guys today. And I'm very excited that you guys are trying this recipe that is so near and dear to my heart because I literally make it all the time. Enjoy. Happy eating. Thank you.